Sharp analysis, and the latest from high school and youth sports right in our community. Whether you roll with the pros or ride with your hometown team, this is the show that connects it all. This is the Crook Report.
Yo, what's going on? Good morning. So, it's the Crook Report, and, man, it's championship week in my fantasy, my NYC's fantasy, with my big one. So, let's jump right on in. I'm just going to do a little quick, I just want to give you guys a quick, who's what, and what happened yesterday. So, man, tell you what, it's pretty much the two best teams all year going head-to-head in our fantasy championship game. That's me and Mallory, pretty evenly matched. I'm going to tell you now, I mean, it wasn't looking good for the home team, after Saturday, he had big games from Derrick Henry, 4 touchdowns, put up 49 points, I want to say. Then, he had he made a great coaching decision, in my estimate, he took out Drake London and put in Christian Watson. Of course, I think he put up 28, so that was a good move on his part. I was hoping he kept Drake London in, to be honest with you. But hey, that was a good move on his part. Then he also had in at his quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Well, he took him out the last minute and put in Matthew Stafford. Another great move, I think. So, going into the 3 o'clock games yesterday, man, I think he had like 48 points. He was done after the 3 o'clock games. And I had, I want to say 104, something up there. And I was going into the San Francisco game, the Sunday night game. So a couple other guys in my league, T-Bone and Rob, so they called me and they kind of like, oh man, you tripped, man. You put Brock Purdy. Oh, he playing against the Bears. You took the Bears defense out because I've been rolling with the Bears defense all year. You took the Bears. You need to do this. I'm like, no, man, you had the Giants. I said, yeah. I said, I played a plane 3 weeks ago. I liked the Giants last week, and they came through for me. Now, hindsight is hindsight. The Giants defense did what they did yesterday. Wasn't expecting them to do that, but they did. But I rolled with the Detroit defense against Minnesota. And, they put up 35 points. That's definitely respectable. So, I was happy with that. So, anyway, they criticized me about playing Chicago defense. So, the first offensive play for San Francisco, Purdy throws a pick six. Ball was tipped and, pick six. So I didn't see the play, live. I was doing something. Well, anyway, so I left my phone downstairs. And later I get back and I see that, I got a couple text messages, phone calls from the two guys I just mentioned, Rob and T-Bone. And I'm sure they wanted to gloat at that time about what had just transpired. So, I said, hey, it is what it is. So, as the game went along, man, Brock Purdy did his thing. 2 rushing touchdowns. Remember now, double points for me. And 3 passing touchdowns. Put up a 78 points for me. then Chris McCaffrey put up 30, I'm going to say 38 points for me. So now I find myself up by 76 points going into Monday night's game. He has Matthew Stafford and the tight end for the Rams. Could he come? Absolutely. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Now, Stafford, he gonna throw 4 touchdowns tonight. But I just hope we don't throw him to the tight end, and they not no freaking 80-yarders. If they short touchdowns, he put up a 55, 60, and the tight end put up a 10, 12. I win. Now, if Stafford throws 4 touchdowns and 2 of them are 70-yarders, I'm toast. But look, I ain't got no regrets. My team did what they did. I put up 200. I think I'm gonna have 224 points or something like that. That's enough to win. I should win. But if he come back and get me, I'm gonna take my hat off to him because he would have done his thing, and that's fantasy football. So again, it is what it is. It's gonna be exciting tonight, and we're gonna see what happens because at the end of the day, it's fantasy football. So tune in. I don't know. Maybe later. Well, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm gonna sum up the season, man. Sum it all up. Maybe get some of the guys back on the show, and we're gonna chop it up and sum it up. So, look, I just wanted to let you guys know what happened, man. It's been cool. Of course, always, it's the Crook Report, man, and we winded down this football season. Fantasy season is over after the day. So look here, I'll be back at you, man. Peace.